and stuff.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we're on a little bit of a winning streak, and
Oh, look out.
yeah, we gotta win out in order to win the championship. So, gotta be on a little bit of a march.
Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
Now it's time for the takeover.
Buckle up for Kobe! Kobe Bryant just sucked the gravity out of the target center.
Not the game. We talking about practice, man.
The third strike play. Dodgers have won it all in 2020. Oh, what a shot from Curry! Diggs! Sideline!
The return to glory.
Now it's time for the takeover.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. If you ain't first, you're last.
Welcome back, episode 140 of the Takeover Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Seeker, and it is a Wednesday. Yes, I know we had to make some adjustments, but thank you for joining us. Normally Thursdays, but we're doing Wednesday tonight. Got a playoff basketball game tomorrow, the important stuff. So, I'd love to introduce my technical director that makes it happen. As always, Fletcher Wardig. How we doing, brother?
Doing good, doing good.
Awesome. And so, Fletcher Wardig's not our guest. We have a special guest. We have the Ray Guy Award, best punter in the country, finalist for 2023. He made the top 10. I think he should have been higher, but we can talk about that later. Please join me in welcoming the Punta from Down Under, James Ferguson-Reynolds.
Thanks for having me on, mate. Appreciate it.
You got it, James. Welcome to the show. How's your day been? How you doing?
It's been good, man. Been a stressful one today. We've had a couple of exams and a couple of classes, and then we've had winter workouts, which is the most fun part. But been good.
So exams. Want to talk about that? What classes you taking?
Nah, they went all right. I love school, man. I love school.
Exactly. That's why you're at Boise State.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nah, they went good, I think. I'm taking a history class and a UF history class on Idaho too. So both history classes and 2 exams in that. So
Okay.
we went well.
Okay, awesome. And you said an Idaho history class.
Yep.
So I want you to break that down for me, or at least so far. I mean, what's the most interesting thing you've learned about the state of Idaho so far?
Putting me on the spot, man.
I am. Yeah. What have you learned? Yeah. What do we got here?
We're actually learning about the LGBTQ plus community at the moment.
A little controversial. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, very
That's heavy
controversial
stuff.
topic at the moment.
Yeah.
But, learning about that at the moment and like the history behind all that and the settlement here in Boise, Idaho. So learning all about that at the moment.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
Well, so you're in Boise right now, but James, let's rewind in your life, okay?
Mhm.
Let's take you all the way back to your early high school days. Aussie football, if I read that correctly. And I was looking at images, I was kind of looking at it, and it looks like rugby, but is it not?
No rugby.
It's
Completely
not
different.
rugby. It's
This is where
completely
A lot
different.
of people get it mixed up.
Okay, because like is the ball the same?
No, different.
It's a different ball.
Mhm.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's a bit more round.
okay,
And not as pointy. But
and
yeah.
you're on an oval field.
Yep, correct.
Okay, so kind of tell me about the difference between that and rugby, because I know rugby's a little more familiar here, but Aussie football, that's its own thing.
Oh yeah, very different. So
So yeah,
Aussie football. So we call it footy back home. So
Mhm.
grew up playing footy, and footy's more. That's where the puntings come. So it's all kicking based. So it's like a mix of rugby, soccer. There's tackling, no pads, no helmets. It's the tough sport, the real tough sport.
yeah, no pads, no helmets.
None of this American stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, it's so you basically just punt around. There's tackling, no tackling above the shoulders up. Otherwise, it's like a free kick in soccer.
Okay.
So to score, you've got to kick it through like the uprights of American football, but there's 4 posts. So in the tall 2 middle ones, you kick it through there. There's 6 points, and if you kick it on the other 2 on the outside, it's only 1 point. So accuracy is a big part of our game, and
Okay.
it's literally just kicking it around to your teammates without trying to get tackled and kick it through the uprights.
And so with like the penalties, shoulders below, right? Only place you can hit.
Yep.
Are there as many concussions as you've seen in Aussie football rather than American football? Or I mean, are the concussions as prominent?
I'd probably say they're around the same. I think where American football and their concussions and everything happens is, you can hit with your helmet. Well, not really these days, but they still do.
I mean, everyone lowers it.
Yeah,
right?
everyone lowers their
Yeah.
pads and hits their head. So I think that's where there's a bit more like carelessness in American football, and that's where concussions come from a lot. Whereas Aussie football, you've grown up trying to protect the head, because that's where the free kicks have come in, and it's a penalty towards you. So I think they're around the same. It's a very rough sport when you get hit in the head because you got no headgear on.
Jeez. And then
very rough sport.
the only way you can score points is kicking.
Yep.
The
Kicking
only
through
way.
uprights. Yep.
Wow. And so do you guys have like in that sport, is there like a designated person you want to kick the ball, or does everyone kind of have to contribute? Like, what's the strategy there?
Yeah, so there's 18 men on the field at the same time, and it's like soccer, just back and forth. There's forwards, there's backs, there's midfield, and everyone sort of touches the ball. It's all strategy, trying kicking around the field and flipping the ground, and the ball moves around very quickly these days. Normally it was very big man sport, like your rugby guys, huge, but now it's sort of transitioning to the speed game, and the young guns are coming in and using their legs a lot more, and they run a lot. They run a lot more than NFL players do. It's like soccer. They pick up the miles during the game. So a lot of running and transitioning the ball from end to end, but everyone sort of gets a kick and goes for the goals. So
Okay.
Yep.
And so, do you miss it at all?
Yeah, we actually miss it quite often.
Really?
More than we should, yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so, what was the most points you scored in a game?
I think my best is 6 goals still to this day in a game, which is
Okay.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Better than me, I think. I mean, so how far out is it? Is there like a kicking zone where you have to like stay behind in order to kind of obviously because
You can kick it from anywhere actually, and there's
Okay.
so we obviously go in meters and kilometers. There's a 50-meter arc, which is, if I'm doing this right, 60 yards.
Good conversion.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll go with something like that.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It could be,
Yeah. That was your third exam. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. Here we are. But so it's like a paint line, just like your 50-yard marker on the lines or whatever it is. It's a 50-meter arc, and that's most of the goals come from inside that 50-meter arc, but some bigger legs kick from outside that and can score from anywhere on the field.
So you played Aussie football, what you just explained, but then you went to an academy or a school called Pro Kick Australia.
Yep.
To then become a punter for United States. Was that the goal? What made you want to do that?
It was actually a really long process. I, grew up playing Aussie rules my whole life and wanted to play professionally there, and I guess just never really made it. I was part of this academy back home too called Rookie Me, and it was your Aussie version of Pro Kick Australia, trying to get guys in there, and was in the AFL draft, which is the league back home, and never got picked up and never really went as far as I would have dreamed. So I started looking at my options. I actually went into the workforce and did concreting for about a year. So
blue collar, all
there's
right.
a fun fact. Wasn't fun. Hated that.
Yeah.
Which made me flip my mindset. I'm like, geez, I got to get out of this. I miss my sport, miss kicking a ball. So I've, the big, the news over there was, I'm not sure if you've heard of Michael Dixon at Seattle. He's an Australian punter.
Michael Dixon.
Yep.
He's Australian?
Oh, yeah.
So I do know Michael Dixon, and I'm also a Saints fan. Lou Headley.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So I know of him as well. I kind of knew, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of correlation there. So anyways.
Yeah. So hearing those guys all on the news back home, it was kind of cool seeing all the Aussie guys come over and transition from that Aussie football to American football. And I thought, why not give it a crack? And sort of looked up their path of how they got here and their journey and found Pro Kick Australia, which is coached by Nathan Chapman and Tommy Hornsey and Johnny back home. And, they're amazing coaches. Chappie played in the league in Green Bay back in the day. And Tom was actually lucky enough. He was my coach down in where I lived in Geelong. And he was on the roster for the Dallas Cowboys too for a punter. So some great talent. And they just coach up your Aussie guys and bring them through. And they got connections to all these college teams. There's a lot of Aussie guys over here now punting and in the college system. So, thought I'd go down and have a crack and have a kick. And, they liked my kick. And, we thought, sign him up. And, here we are.
So how long is that Pro Kick Australia stint? Is that is it like a monthly thing? Is that like a 1-year thing? How long is that?
It sort of depends on your development and how well you're kicking. And it's all film-based too. It's just like your high school kids coming out in America. It's what you put on film ultimately.
Okay.
It's how quick your development, the skills too, because coming from Australian football too, kicking the ball, it's going to sound stupid, but the science behind it, there's a lot of different ways you can kick the ball, and it sounds really stupid. But
Hey, no, I'm listening. I got you.
there's your end over end balls, which there we go.
There we go. Yeah.
The end over end, which is getting like the nose of the ball to spin this way, or you got your spirals. So you Americans tend to kick the spirals, which has been like the traditional punting way.
Us Americans, we love the spiral.
You love your spirals.
Throw it, kick it, you name it.
Exactly, spirals everywhere. But yeah, us Australians tend to grow up just playing Aussie rules, and it's more end over end
Okay.
type of kick. So we still got to learn that spiral type of kick, which we've never really done, and guys can develop that quicker than others. So my recruitment process took 6 months to get in touch with Boise and sign with them, which was kind of quick compared to other guys, but normally it's around that 6 to 1 year mark typically. But
Okay.
yeah, like I said, it's all just film based, and our coaches back home from Pro Kicks send our film onto college coaches, and if they like it, we'll jump on a Zoom call and get us over it.
So I need you to dive in here for me. The art of punting. A lot of people, like the casual fan, would be like, oh, they just catch it and then they kick it, right?
Yep.
That's not entirely true, right? There's so much behind it. So what makes the punt, James?
It's actually a very controversial call at the moment. I've come over, and it surprised me how many people don't appreciate or know much about punting or kicking a ball.
See, yeah.
And it's like, dude, why do you shank a ball 15 yards? Why can't you kick it 65 plus every time? I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
there's a lot more that goes into it.
There's so much. There's strategy. There's you got to take some power off, more finesse.
It's crazy.
You got to
It's,
anticipate. I'll let you talk.
Yeah, no, it's there's a lot. There's wind for starters, which can play a big factor in punting. You kick into the wind, and this is where the science comes in again with the spirals. The spirals cut through the wind a lot easier, so that's where the end over end ball, it'll sit up in the wind and not go as far, and the spirals will cut through the air. So that's one factor, and then the wind can also alter your ball drop. And if your ball drop, when I catch that snap and put it outside my leg, the ball drop can turn different ways, and ultimately it's all with ball contact and your leg swing, keeping it nice and straight. There's a lot of factors that go into punting, and it's an art, and I could be on 1 week and then punching walls the next, and it's all up and down, but it's good fun.
So when I punt a football, me personally, it's end over end. So I got the Australian style. But how do if you were to teach me how to kick a spiral?
Yep.
Teach me. How do you do the spiral punt?
My tips just straight away is hold the ball 11 o'clock. So you want the nose of the ball 11 and 5. If I'm doing the math right, I am.
11 and 5, yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay, I can see it.
Outside your right leg, do you kick with your right leg?
I do. I'm left-handed, but I'm right-footed.
Perfect. There you go. And then keep your ball drop above your right knee and punch up with your leg right through the middle of the ball. You got a perfect spiral.
11 to 5.
11 to 5, just like that. Money.
Here we go.
There you go. You're going to come take my spot now, huh?
You'll probably be gone. Yeah, no, I'm coming, dude.
Cool.
Here we come.
I need a buddy.
Yeah. So now I'm kind of curious. How did that recruiting process with Boise State work? Did they reach out to you, or were you kind of just throwing your, I guess, film, resume, or whatever, out to a bunch of schools, and then did Boise State stick, or how'd that happen?
Yeah, so recruitment was a little wild. It was through the end of COVID period, and COVID back home was a bit of a mess. We were in lockdown, no international travel, nothing. So it was that was a bit of a pain, but our recruitment with Pro Kick is our coaches deal with all the recruiting and sending film out to college coaches. They've got unbelievable relationships with everyone, and it was actually, I got a message at about 6 a.m. this random Thursday from my Pro Kick coach, and he's like, hey, mate, hate to do this to you very quick, but we need you on a phone call in 3 hours. You're on with a college coach. And this was, I'm waking up to go to training on a random Thursday.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm not, and I'm on a Zoom meeting with a college coach in 3 hours, and I'm freaking out and trying to run around the house trying to find a shirt and
look presentable.
Look presentable on Zoom. But
it was a Zoom call. It was also a web conference. Okay.
Yep. So
all you need is the top.
Exactly. Had the pants on, sitting in bed.
Yeah.
All I need is the top. It's yeah, it all happened very quickly, and it was actually funny. Stacey Collins was the guy who recruited me at the time. I'll touch on this in a little bit, but
Okay.
he was recruiting me for about, I think it was 4 or 5 months, just on Zoom, just chatting about all the different schemes and what he wanted, what different film he wanted from me, and he told me he liked me, and he'd catch up every couple of weeks and check in and see how I'm doing, and then we eventually got to signing day and offered me a scholarship and said we'd love to have you, and with that COVID process, it was around Christmas time, so I signed with them, and they wanted me in January, and this was like November, December, and I'm freaking out. I got to leave home and be an adult and
Across the world.
leave mum and
Yeah.
all that. So it was all by myself too, going across the world. It was all very, it hit me pretty hard, and around Christmas time too, it was all very busy times for me and the family and trying to pack a bag, and during COVID too. So there was a massive issue with our visa site to apply for a student visa to come over here.
Yeah.
And through COVID, that was an absolute nightmare in Australia trying to get that visa. It was, I applied for it, and we'd be on the phone. Dad spent days on the phone to the visa consulate trying to get answers. They weren't answering their phones. I was leaving in weeks, and they were just not even giving up my visa. It was a crazy time. It was funny, that's for sure. And I was actually 2 weeks late to start school because of the visa. I didn't get my visa in time.
Because, you have to wait for that.
Yeah.
It was probably pending for a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. And, I had to get approved. And we actually got the email saying it was approved, but it wasn't ready for pickup yet. And that's where Dad was going crazy on the phone. This kid needs to fly.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Come on. It was funny. But I ended up being 2 weeks late for school. And it was one day, I think they gave us a call at 6 p.m. And they're like, hey, yeah, your visa's ready. Bro, what? 2 weeks late? We haven't heard from you in a month. So I went and picked it up on the way to the airport. And the following morning at 10 a.m. got on a flight and was just off just like that. So it was, very interesting recruiting process, but it was fun.
Gone to Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
So now you've been here in Boise for what, 3 years?
This is going into my third, yep.
So comparing Boise, United States, and Australia, got a couple questions for you. What does Australia do better than America as of so far right now?
What does it do better?
Yeah. It can be anything. Sports-wise, food, culture.
Footy. I miss my Aussie footy.
Okay.
I think it's the better sport.
Really?
Not gonna lie.
Oh my
We're gonna get a
goodness.
lot of hate for that, but hey,
Hey, we'll clip that out. Don't worry, I got
it is
you.
what it
Yeah.
is. I think food. I think I found food over here. There's a lot more fresh and green vegetables and stuff back home, whereas over here is a lot more processed stuff. I did projects for school on it about food and everything, and I just find that there's a lot more fresh food back home, which is weird. It's a big switch up.
Interesting.
I looked up this thing about McDonald's, and our McDonald's is even a lot more fresh and healthier than your guys' McDonald's, so that's a plus.
Wait, really? Okay,
Yep.
so your ingredients at your McDonald's is different than anywhere here in America?
Yeah. Same
Weird.
food, just a lot more
Same
fresh.
food, just a lot.
Yeah.
Just wow.
There you go.
I kind of want to try Australian McDonald's now.
It's pretty good.
I was gonna say
Pretty good.
it's got to be better, right? Would you say it's better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Without
gonna lie.
hesitation.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So, and then what does America do better than Australia?
Jeez. I think something I've learnt too coming over here, which is really cool. I like the college sports aspect of things. Back home, we have community and local sports. So you're not playing sports within your schools. School is just purely school. You go there 9 to 3 every day, and it's just school. You do your PE classes, but there's no college sports, no high school sports. It's all community, town-based, community level sports. I like the college rivalries and the high school rivalries of that school aspect. I think that's really cool, and something that I would have liked growing up in, and yeah, I think that's really cool.
Okay, so like kind of like the growing up aspect, kind of like the cities that kind of get involved, the little rivalries,
yeah.
all that, like the tailgating, and kind of just makes it like a whole event.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
aspect.
definitely. You know, like the old rivalry of Boise and Idaho. Like, you know, I'd
Oh,
love to
we
bring
miss
that back.
that
That'd
so
be so
much.
Cool.
We miss that.
That'd be
We're
so
all
cool.
over Jeremiah Dickey of bringing that back. I'm sure he's been getting
Yeah,
a
I
whole
know.
bunch
I need
of.
to shoot him a text.
Dude, yeah,
come on.
we're missing that so bad. And even, I mean, I know like there was a time where Boise State was kind of giving it to Idaho, and
Yeah.
Idaho doesn't have much to lose. And I don't know, there's like a whole debate, but like it brought the whole state together.
Oh, I bet.
It's because, you know, I have so many friends that went to U of I and then Boise State, and then it'd be a whole weekend event, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. Game days would have been awesome.
And awesome.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
So many people would make the trip up to the Kibbe Dome. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let
Yeah.
alone down here at Albertson Stadium. But speaking of Australian food, I went to Albertsons. Don't know if you guys are familiar with Tim Tams. James, you want to tell us what Tim Tams are?
Tim Tams are the best chocolate biscuit you will ever get.
Ever.
Ever.
Folks, he's saying
Period.
ever.
Period.
So, I've never had them. James raves about them.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only right if we try them.
Let's do it.
You want to do it?
Let's crack it
Okay.
up.
And I got the original kind.
Perfect choice.
Is that
It's
okay?
the best one.
That's the best one.
It's the
Okay.
OG. It's
Because
the
I
OG.
saw mint, and then I also saw there was another flavor. Do you know if there's another one? I can't remember.
Yeah,
that's
there's
good.
like double chocolate. There's heaps of them these days.
Oh, these
So
are
what
kinda,
the selection of Albertsons.
these are big boys. All right. Okay. I'll let you get first. Show me how it's done.
And if you want to get a little crazy, you get a glass of milk and you just.
Oh,
drink some milk.
really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Glass of milk would go crazy. He
Mhm.
says. All right. My
There it is.
first Tim Tam.
Taste of home. If that's not a 10 out of 10, I don't know what is. He took a second bite. That's pretty good. That tells me enough.
James, those are legit.
I did tell you, man. Aussie food. That's where it's at.
Y'all. Okay. Go to Albertsons. This is an Albertsons plug too. Go to Albertsons. Get yourself some Tim Tams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to like compare them to like a candy here. Maybe a Kit Kat. That'd be like the closest thing, but
That's a good one.
they're better. Wow.
Yeah, how do you rank it? Would you rather a Kit Kat or a Tim Tam? Is this your new snack now?
Yeah. I'm gonna sell out of. I'm gonna buy all of Albertsons Tim Tams now. Yeah. No, I would. These. I think. That's a good question. If we're going like snack, I think these are like a little more sufficing.
Very
But-
rich. Very
Yeah,
rich.
they are rich. And then Kit Kat, I can kind of like crush a whole bar. I don't think I can crush a whole box of these. These are good. Do you want
feel
another?
I'm good. I won't stop if I eat
Really?
another one, yeah.
Come on, one more. Yeah, come on. You had a long day. You had 2 exams,
That's true.
bunch of
Reward
workouts.
yourself.
Yes. Because I'm going to have another. All right. Moving on.
Accent's getting there.
It is. Okay. How was that? Was that good?
Not bad.
Could use some work?
Just a little bit. It's all right.
In case you guys didn't see my James Ferguson-Reynolds impersonation a couple weeks ago,
Amazing.
here it is again. Bombs away, mate.
Perfect. Oh, that's great.
Okay. That's all you get.
Just a little teaser. You know, I can't go anywhere without people laughing at my accent.
What?
It's hilarious. Gets Jam.
No, yeah, no. My mouth's getting a little dry too. This thing.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I can't go anywhere without getting asked what I said, or people repeating what I said because it's funny and they try an accent too, or someone just laughing at me. It's hilarious.
Do you
Still
like?
to this day.
It seems like you don't, but like, does it get old, or like, do you ever get annoyed at that?
Only when I'm ordering food. Other than that, I'm chilling. Because I go to, I'd
sit
pull
down
into-
restaurants?
Yeah. I'd sit down, and, the waitress or whatever would come up and be like, what do you guys want to drink? The first one is water. So you guys say water. So they look at me stupid. They're like, oh, what? And I'm like, dude, a water. Like, I just want a water. Give me a water. Either that or a Coke. You know what I just said?
Coke.
Coke. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, I get it. I clearly understood it, but they literally stop and go, sorry, what?
Yeah, every time, especially with Coke. I've never been able to order a Coke without them going, sorry, a what? A Coke. A Coke. Just give me a Coke. Pepsi. One of them.
So it's just
Hilarious.
the drinks.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Any
everything,
food?
but
Everything?
just everything. Everything.
I'm
Let's be
sorry,
honest.
man. Do your teammates ever give you a hard time?
Yeah, daily. I'm going into my 3rd season, and there is not a day I walk into that locker room and someone's like, "Oh, g'day, mate." I'm like, "Oh, dude, it's
Wait,
too early for this.
who
It's
does
6
it?
a.m.
Who's the worst? Who gives you the hardest time?
Probably the funniest one is Mike Callahan.
Okay.
I probably can't repeat half of what he says on camera, but he's the funniest for sure.
Okay.
CJ Tiller, he does it literally every time he sees me. Oh, good day, mate.
You're
CJ,
like,
how you doing?
hey,
Come
another
on.
day.
Go to meetings or something, bro. Like,
Yeah.
jeez. Every day, everyone got something to say.
There was that stat before you guys' bowl game where CJ got the start, and you were the only person that had the rep of throwing the football. Did you ever give him a hard time with that? Like ever since that graphic came
Every
up?
day.
Good. Yes.
Every
Okay. I was
day.
just saying that's like
Mhm.
that's great leverage you could use. on
I
him.
am going to frame that. I've got it. Love Heart Reacted. It's my favorite in my albums on my phone. I'm going to frame that one day and put it up in my house. Amazing. I give him a hard time every day.
Good.
So Malachi came in, and I haven't let him off the hook since he's been here. I think he's been here like a month now, and it's all fun and games. I give it to him every day. I'm like, Malachi, you realize I've got better stats than you throwing, so just pipe down. I give it to him every day. It's hilarious.
You're like, you know who I am, right? Like
Hey, come
I'm Mr. 1 for 1 right here.
Yeah, like look at my QB rating, bro. Let's settle.
Where are you? Where are you, Malachi?
Just giving it back to him. I gave it.
That's
to
good
CJ.
banter.
Yeah, it's great banter. They love it.
It seems like yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any coaches give you a hard time?
Mm-hmm. Daily again.
Really?
Mhm. It's again the same stuff. Oh, good day, mate. Pass the Vegemite. Good one, mate. Haven't heard that one.
Ryland in the comments said, "Get that man some Vegemite."
Yeah, Ryland literally did say that.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
I've actually got 2 jars of Vegemite sitting at home. Gonna have that for breakfast tomorrow.
Is that what time of the day is that typically like when you eat Vegemite? Is that a breakfast thing or
Breakfast food with some toast. Yep.
Okay.
But we each have a cheeky Vegemite toast throughout the day if you're feeling up to it. But
Yeah, a little carbo load, 2 slices of bread and then
100%.
Okay. All right, the
Oh.
more you know, folks. So, covered that. Oh yeah. I got to discuss the Jonah kick that Genty and Tyler talked about. So Jonah ran a route.
Yep.
And you just kick it to him like you're throwing a pass. Did you practice that? Or that's probably part of Aussie.
That's where the
Aussie football.
the Aussie football comes in. So we've, playing with 18 men on the field. It's like everyone's running a route at the same time. So it's like soccer. You know how you zing the ball around in soccer and you're trying to hit different targets?
Pass, yeah.
Yep. So it's literally like that in Aussie football. And to punt, you've got to kick the ball to your teammates to move the ball around the field. And if you catch it, which we call a mark, if you mark the football, you get like a free kick almost. So we're used to hitting and kicking targets on the move, just like hitting up a route. So it's all done via foot. And yeah, just used to doing that.
So that's awesome. Sorry, I got
No, you good.
there's a comment from Chase Brooks. Ask his opinion on American slang versus Aussie slang. Just because we were on like the accent train, I just wanted to kind of touch there. I mean, have you picked up on American slang?
Oh yeah, a little
frequently?
bit.
Okay.
A little bit. There's
Any of it bother you or like?
yeah. There's some few things that you guys say bet a lot. We don't say bet a lot. That one kills me. I actually used to hate bet before I came here. I'm like,
Oh man.
bro, like, what are you saying right now?
I literally said bet mate in that.
That
clip.
was hilarious.
Combined.
I love that video. That was great. I'm used to it now, but I used to hate it. There was a few others. I've got to think of these now. What is it? You guys say buddy a lot too, which is like
I
back
don't.
home-
I don't care for it.
Back home, it's like if you call someone buddy, you got beef.
Dude, I think it rubs me the wrong way too. Where it's like bud,
Yeah,
buddy.
man, shut up, buddy.
Yeah, it's like ugh.
Mhm.
I don't know. I never liked it either.
Or the,
to be fair.
Yeah, buddy. That one, it kills me.
Oh,
That kills me.
never got on that bandwagon either.
That one, I
There's-
don't know what's wrong with it.
Or where
It just-
when something's cool, people are
kills
like,
me.
oh, that's fire.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Oh, did I
no.
just trigger you something?
Yes, I hate it with a passion. Dude, that's fire. No, the worst one is gas.
Gas,
Dude, it's gas. Like, bro, what's that even mean? Like, that Tim Tam is gas, bro. Like,
What? Could you imagine? I'm like, yo, these gas.
dude.
Oh, so okay, so
I can't-
fire,
that is
gas,
my most hated one.
Gas?
bro.
Mm.
Can't do it. Can't do it. It's awful.
You know, I've heard some people say, so there's like fire, there's gas. I've heard people say fuego. What would you
Yep.
do? Is that just
I'd freak
Is that
out and
pushing
just
it?
leave the conversation. I'd be like,
like,
nah,
never hearing that again?
you're done,
Yeah.
pal. See?
Done, pal.
See, when us Aussies say it too, like, I can't even say it back. Oh, fire. Like, my accent just completely kills it too. It sounds so much better with an American accent, but it kills me. But when I try and say it, just sounds all wrong.
Say it again.
Oh, fire. Dude, that's
That's
fire.
kind of sweet.
That's fire.
I think that's sick. Gas.
Dude, that's gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one understands me when I say stuff. That's the problem, though. Because I'd be like, dude, they're fire. They'd be like, what did he just say?
Did he just use fire in a sentence?
Dude, it's fire. Come on. My American accent has come so far.
I was gonna
because,
say, that
like-
sounds-
Your American accent is hilarious.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just like sick of ordering food 1,000 different times. So I just like put on an accent. I'm like, dude, I'll take a Coke, a cheeseburger. Like, dude, it's gas. We're good. And they're like, oh yeah, I know what you want.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why didn't you just say
no
that?
problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Okay.
Okay.
So, breaking news. This was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Dirk Cutter. He's back.
I'm
Kind of
probably
bad
gonna
news for you.
punt less now. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna be punting less, dude.
Yeah, it's been a sad couple of months for a punter. Got the best recruiting class. Got some elite coaches.
Yeah, you're just sitting there like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
getting more and more useless
Yeah,
as the
pretty
days
much.
go on.
I got to start liking that bench now. That
Yeah.
heated bench is looking nice. Like, come on, maybe once a game.
So, as a punter,
Mhm.
like you running out to go punt, are you like, oh heck yeah? I mean, you want to win the game, or are you kind of like, all right, I guess time to do my job, or are you like, oh, I get a punt, yay?
My first season, it was more like, oh, crap, I got to go punt now. Like, come on, convert, come on. But last year, it sounds so bad, and the football fans are going to hate me, but I was praying for punting. I was like, come on, don't convert, throw it out of bounds, do something, tackle him. I was praying for
Okay.
a sack against our own team. I'm like, come on, get me out there. I just want to punt, dude. Especially in that last game against Air Force when they brought out my the Down Under song for my walkout.
That was the one game I went to,
Yep.
and on the jumbotron, they said he has that dingo in him.
Mhm.
That is classic.
It was amazing. And it took me a while to get my first punt, I think. I can't remember. I think it could have been like second or third quarter. But I was sitting there just praying. I wanted to go out and run out to my song and
Yeah,
go punt.
and they played it every time.
Oh, yeah, it was
Every
great.
time you went out, I'm
It was
like,
great.
that sticks. That's gonna stick.
But, yeah, I keep that one quiet because football fans will hate me if I'm praying for a punt.
Right. I mean, we want to see, touchdowns and stuff, and obviously, and then Jonah kicks the extra points.
Yep.
So then you're the punter. But you're a really
Gotta
good
love my
punter,
job.
James,
Oh, thank you, man.
because I feel like the media didn't give you a lot of love. Same with the voters, because obviously with that that award, the Ray Guy Award.
Yep.
Was the finalists what they made a top 5 or top 3,
Top
and
3.
You didn't make the cut.
Nope.
But statistically, you were there. I mean, what you were first in what longest average punt?
Longest average. There were so many inside 20s. I wasn't quite there with the net. No, the net punt we came in 6th nationally.
Still, I mean, I would take top 6.
Here's what it is though. That's the joys of these awards, I guess. And you still look at the 3 that won it. You know, the guy that won it, Tory Taylor at Iowa. You know, he's been such a big guy for them. You know, he's pretty much on offense the way he punts. He's
and with the way their offense is, like, yeah, I mean, no disrespect, Iowa offense, but like
All disrespect.
yeah, but like, yeah, he was active. Let's say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's cool to win all the awards and everything. And as disappointing as it was, it's you take a step back and look. You know what, I finished number 1 for average and everything, and being in the top 10 is cool, and that'll get me noticed enough. And, I don't have to win an award to, go to the league or whatever it is. And just to be in that elite company with, Tory and the guys like him, it's pretty cool.
So, James, coaching change this offseason. Spencer Danielson, he's now the head coach. I just like to ask everyone this, even like I've got some media friends that are there. What has Spencer Danielson been like to you as a coach, a mentor, teacher? Like Spencer Danielson to you? Tell us about that,
dude. Spencer's legit. He is legit. He is the most deserving guy of the head coaching role. He's been amazing. From the second I stepped foot in the building, defensive coordinator, really had nothing to do with me, but he'd always be that guy that would come up and be like, James, what's up, man? How you doing? Love you, bro. Have a great day. And he just brought the energy every day, man. Like, he's just... I've never met someone so energetic at 5 a.m. every single morning. And, like, kind of got annoying. Like, dude, how do you have this energy, bro?
So he's everyone's cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He, he still pulls me to this day, just pulls me for a random chat. He's like, dude, I love you. You realize that? I'm like, yeah, man. I love you too, man. He's like, no, like, you are the man, JFR. Like, I love you, dude.
JFR.
I'm so glad you are on my team. I'm like, that's my head coach. That is him. But, no, he's awesome. He's a great man. I cannot speak any higher words on him. He's been a great coach so far. The stats look at what he's done already. Best recruiting class in Boise State history. Just
without question.
Just a freak. He's the things he does for, not only his players, his coaching staff, everyone in the building loves him. Everyone wants to be like that man. He brings everyone up around him. He's just so energetic. Everyone loves him, and people want to play for him. People want to coach for him, as we've seen. So, he's amazing.
So, when Jeremiah Dickey had that meeting with you guys to, like, talk about something, did he announce, was he going to say, like, hey, I'm going to tell you who your new head coach is, or was that just a complete surprise at the end when, like, everyone kind of shot up? And
we knew it was coming. We knew that was what the announcement was.
Well, speculation.
But no one, I think it was only Ashton who knew, because
he mentioned that
podcast, that he had a little chat to Ashton just before it, obviously, because, there was a lot of stuff going on with
a lot of blank checks handed to him, yeah.
Yeah, so, but no one else in the building knew. It was, I think, except for staff, they had a meeting like 5 minutes before that team meeting, and they all found out by Jeremiah. So, us players were coming in thinking, we've heard it all over Twitter, who's coming in, like Kellen Moore, that'd be awesome, but I doubt it. There were so many different candidates that were been thrown around on Twitter and everything, and it was kind of a hunch that, 50-50 that Coach D could get it, but, the way that Jeremiah he came in and it didn't sound like it at first. that video's out on Twitter if anyone's seen it. And it didn't really we're sitting there. I'm like, is it going to be Coach D? And then all of a sudden he goes, oh, because he has your new head coach. The whole room went crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It was so loud. And the cheering didn't stop for 5 minutes. That video did no justice.
Really?
Literally went for 5 minutes.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Because, that was probably a solid 40 seconds of you guys clapping and cheering. But then
it went on for another 5 minutes. And, just to show,
that just
who
shows.
Coach D is, he was, in tears. He was crying. He was crying for, the following 2 weeks. And he still does. The emotion that guy has. And, he actually loves and cares for this place more than anything, which is amazing. It was cool. Very cool moment.
That is so cool.
Yeah, cool.
And even from just an outside perspective, you guys everyone walked different.
Oh, yeah.
Once there was that change. And you guys the way you were playing, there's so much heart, and you guys were clicking.
Yeah.
Clicking, dude. It was cool to see. Let's see. Okay. We got to get to fan mail. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, you do have a few comments too.
I do. Okay, how do I turn this to where I can read it? Okay. Let's see here. Just got back from football workouts. Nope. I don't know if you're taking more questions, but you should ask him if there are other punters he's friends with from his academy, Chase Brooks,
Yep.
that play in college.
Yep, there's a lot. There's Jack Ansell, Paddy Turner at Colorado State. There's been a great rivalry between me and him the last couple of years.
That's
so,
awesome.
Paddy, if you're watching this.
Shout out, Patty.
Yeah, not really, actually.
Yeah, not really. We don't. That game was. Yeah.
Let's just forget about that. I don't even know if I'm mates with him anymore. He's got the flick lately.
Yeah.
King above you, Paddy. Grew up playing with him. There's a lot of guys. USC, Aiden Sleep Dalton, Jack Burgess at Texas Tech, Candy at Boston. There's a few going around. James Burnip at Alabama. Grew up with punting with them in the academy down in Geelong, and there's a lot of guys around there that grew up punting with.
Okay.
It's cool to see them around the states just doing their thing, and we often meet up here and there. I'll go back home in May, and we'll all kick together and learn a few tricks off all of them.
Okay. What kind of tricks?
How they do it, Give me your tips, man. I need to step up my game a little bit. Just little tweaks here and there.
Okay. All right.
Can't help nobody.
This one comes from my sister Lauren. Can you have him back next week to only do American impersonations?
That'd be funny, actually.
Is there an actor or actress that you can nail with an impersonation, or are you just kind of it's just a bunch of one-liners?
It's probably very random if an American was supposed to if I came down and sat here for an hour and just was talking, there'd probably be a little Southern would come out, and then I don't know, it'd be all over the place. I think it'd just be all over the place. I'm getting there though.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Cheeseburger. That's my go-to word. Cheeseburger. It's getting there.
That's classic, dude.
Awesome. Football.
Football. Okay, it looks like we can go to social media. Fan mail. Twitter got love.
Twitter did. Yep.
Twitter got love.
Shout
Okay.
out to the JFR fan club out there. They're going crazy at the moment.
Dude, okay, let's do his first. Hunter Chappie.
There he is, Hunter.
Okay, this one comes from JFR Fan Club Nuke Logo, a.k.a. Hunter. James, how does it feel to have the highest QBR among all players on the team?
Here it is.
Second question, will we get any more trick plays this season? Now that Dirk Cotter's calling it, or is it special teams coach that kind of meets with him? How does that go down?
I've been pushing for it.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I go around daily. Before the whole Bush situation left, I was nearly in his office just about every day saying, hey, get me in your room. I'll be good.
Let's cook. Yeah.
I could slide into a couple of your meetings and dial up some plays. No, I had a good joke going on with him. And even Dirk, he was great when, I was here my first year, and I'd always have a little laugh with him. I'd be throwing on the sidelines. I swear I throw more than I kick on the sidelines at practice, and just sit there just throwing. And I'm like, hey, Dirk, watch this.
Yeah.
Get me on.
Look at this 30-yard nuke.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I've been, Stacey Collins, a special teams coordinator. He's known for his block kicks and fakes, and he's a freak at what he does. So we'll absolutely have no doubt we'll have some tricks up our sleeve this year.
Okay.
Very exciting.
Looking forward to that.
For sure.
Another punting question comes from Chase Brooks on Twitter. Has James ever been decked while trying to get off a punt? So, we ever been laid out or many times probably?
Yeah, as much as I hate to admit it, there was one my freshman year. I actually had a mental error. I was just, I don't know, whether it was overconfidence. I was just sitting there. I was backed up. I think it was on our 20. And the snap was coming in. I just wasn't focused. I was too busy looking on the rush, and I was just catching the ball without watching it. And I actually dropped the ball, and it fell down. And I picked it up. As soon as I picked it up, there was 2 guys right in my face, and I got lit up. Bang! I was like, oh no. They returned it for a touchdown. Saddest moment of my life, and I'm famous on YouTube for it. There's 500,000 views. You just look up Boise State punter, and it's right there. So.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's not my
Which game was it?
brightest moment. San Diego State? Either that or Fresno. Last year on the blue.
Oh, at home.
Oh no, even worse, on the blue.
Oh, at home.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
that
move
wasn't
on.
good.
Next question.
yeah, next. Don't ask that one again.
This one comes from Joel Prince Petty at JY17 on Twitter. He's also got the nuke logo.
Yep,
I
that
think
guy.
he's part of it. Yeah.
Yep, thank you.
Question for JFR. What does hashtag nuke the football mean to you? Do you prefer a 70-yard punt? Actually, there's multiple questions. We'll stick with the first one. What does nuke the football mean to you?
It's everything, man. And they're the 2 boys that have started the JFR fan club, so it's the coolest thing going.
That's awesome.
That started all last year, and I was scrolling through Twitter. It was awesome. My Twitter was going crazy. So yeah, shout out to you boys out there. I love seeing it. It's awesome seeing some punter hype, and now it's reaching out there and getting more followers every day. So it's cool seeing the punter of the team get some hype, which is pretty cool. But
you get a lot of love, dude. It's really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, it's slowly starting to catch on, which is cool. Nuke the football, which is cool.
I know, I like it with the nuke symbol.
Yeah, they've actually made a couple of videos. It's got me punting in warm up or something. They drop a bomb and it's just boom as soon as I punt it. It's awesome.
Mushroom cloud. Yeah,
yeah, it's awesome. It's cool.
Next question from Joel. Do you prefer a 70-yard punt that flips the field or a coffin corner 45-yarder that pins them behind the 5?
I got to go with a 70-yard bomb. There is
Really?
nothing better than just absolutely letting one fly and just running off and giving a little celebration. It's cool. That Air Force game that they had the walkout song.
Mm-hmm.
My first punt to the walkout song was a 74-yard punt to the 5. So
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Definitely the long bombs.
I had a couple Coors Lights in me. I remember that. Yeah.
Just slightly.
Slightly. Allegedly.
I just remember it from the Twitter video the following day.
And then another question from him. What was the final straw to get you to commit to Boise State? I think we kind of covered that. But, I mean, that was kind of your only option, right?
Yeah, it was kind of my only option with the way Pro Kick worked. But, you can say no, obviously, or want to keep looking. But, Boise sold me straight away with, I'm a country kid. I grew up on land and animals and grew up on dirt bikes and, really country kid. So I grew up on land and Boise kind of struck me with, you got the best of both worlds out here with your city living and then your country, which is very close. And, I love the snow and don't get much of it back home. But, yeah, I find it all really cool. And, the culture of Boise, and everyone says it, how nice the people are here. And, yeah, just fell in love with it instantly, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome. So you do enjoy it here. You fell in love with it.
Yeah, big time.
Let's go. And everyone here is really nice. I've lived here my whole life, and it's I don't know what it is. It's clean, and then I feel like
Very
everyone,
clean city, too.
yeah, everyone kind of just genuinely is listening to what you have to say. It's crazy.
It's weird because I'd walk somewhere, I'd go to Albertsons to buy me Tim Tams, and people would just smile and say, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I
Yeah.
can do this.
Yeah, Taylor Green said the same thing.
Yep.
Someone comes up to him like, "How are you doing today?" And he goes, "I'm doing good. I'm doing good."
Yeah.
So,
it's
yeah.
nice and refreshing. That's for sure.
This one comes from Mick on Twitter. Drop kick or torp?
Torp, for sure. That's more terminology for like the spiral kick. So a torp is like spiral kick.
Okay.
And the end over end. So definitely a torp.
Okay, so drop kick is still
Drop kicks, yeah, still normal, and
Okay.
that's the end over end ball.
okay. And then what is JFR's preferred kick? Would you go a banana from the opposite 45 to get it out of bounds at the 5?
Who said this again?
Mick
Mick. Oh, I know who.
at Midofo.
Mick. Yep. Probably, I'd go the banana. So this is where different punts and Aussie styles have come in. So
Okay.
here's another one for you. Aim the ball when you're holding it at like 3 o'clock to like, we'll say like 8 o'clock. And then you hit one side of the ball and it'll make it spin
Right.
and cut a direction.
Oh,
like a,
okay.
Like a
So I'm holding it
boomerang
like
or,
this.
hold it like a banana and just,
Yeah. And then so you want to hit like the back half?
yep. And it would just spin and rotate and turn one way. And it gets a lot of returners that, sitting under it as a returner is not fun because the ball's moving around so much.
Yeah,
and
you're like, oh
you
my lord.
don't even want to just get involved with it, so you just leave it. So probably go a banana that skips out at the 5 would be nice.
Okay. Thank you, Mick. Great question.
Thanks, mate.
I think we have a couple more. This one comes from Kurt Glover. Ask James if he's ever punched a kangaroo. Have you ever punched a kangaroo,
I actually
James?
get this daily too. I have punched a kangaroo.
Whoa.
Little like, not a baby, but like I'd say like a teenager little kangaroo. They get massive. Like I'm talking like 7 feet, 8 rows of abs, guns like you've never seen. Like
Dude, they get 7 feet tall?
huge.
Whoa.
Huge.
Okay.
And beyond that, like I'm not even kidding. They're scary creatures.
Jeez.
They're massive. Like they will totally destroy your car if you hit them. Like your car will be totaled.
Oh my
See ya.
goodness. See ya.
See ya. Good night. Yeah.
So you have
they're,
punched a
they're big
kangaroo.
boys. Yeah, I wouldn't mess around with many of them, really.
Two-parter. So there was that, and then how has Boise State changed you as a person?
A lot. It's to do with Spence too. He's been a great influence on us. He not only emphasizes football and schooling aspect, but being a good man, a good person, and he preaches about being a kind person every day, and the way that he goes around treating people. You want to be like him and treat people nicely. And, Boise, like I was saying before, with, how nice the community is, it just makes you want to, engage and give back and be nice to everyone else. So now I'm the weird Australian walking around saying g'day to everyone and, hey, mate, how you doing? And they're like, oh, where's that accent from? And,
Yeah.
it's changed me a lot. I used to be like this shy little kid that would never speak to anyone or look to anyone. And, talking to mum and stuff back home, when I get the chance, they're like, geez, you're a changed man. You won't shut up. Shut up. What's going on? What happened to James? I think I've changed a lot for the better.
Okay. So Spencer Danielson, kind of like final answers, really changed your whole...
Yeah, so in conclusion, Spencer Danielson is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, period.
GOAT Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Good. Okay. Got all those, and then a couple more here.
I'll ask a few YouTube ones.
Oh, fire away, Fletcher.
John Ferg, can the old man outkick you or JJ?
Dad, stay off YouTube, please.
Dad's watching?
Yeah, the old man.
Hey, Pops.
Shout out, Dad. How you doing, mate? As much as I hate to admit it, he did teach me nearly everything I know with kicking. He used to be a pretty good athlete, but nowadays, he's getting too old. Probably don't go for a kick, mate. You'll probably pull a hamstring or something. Probably wise not to do that. I'll show you up. The brother.
JJ's brother.
Yep, JJ's a brother.
Younger?
Nah, he's older.
Older
Yeah,
brother.
got 2 older, 1 younger.
Okay.
Shout out, boys. JJ, nah, sorry, mate. You ain't got it. ain't got it.
Really? Is
No.
JJ? Does he play Aussie football?
He used to.
Used to.
It was funny actually when I was playing footy. So my brothers aren't into as like football or athletic as, I'm a freak. I was always that kid like running around kicking a ball in the house, and Mum would be like yelling at me because
Like,
I'd
what are
be
you doing?
breaking lights and stuff.
Yeah.
James, stop kicking balls in the house.
Get
Sorry,
outside.
Mum. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And they'd be out in dirt bikes and stuff, and I'd just be I had no one to kick to, and I had to kick around the walls of the house, man. Like I'm not gonna run and retrieve my own ball. Come on, Mum. But yeah, it was actually funny when I was like 16. JJ was at like the point of hating football and just didn't want to engage himself in football. And my dad actually made a bet with him. I'll buy you a dirt bike if you play a season of football with your brother. So I got to play a season of football with my brother, and Dad bought him a dirt bike. So there we go. So JJ's still got he's got a kick on him.
Okay.
He played well.
And then Pops
kid.
is also a man of his word. He got
Mhm.
you the dirt bike.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. Good stuff.
John. Shout out John.
Yep.
What a guy.
It's my guy, man.
Let's see here. Sydney Freeman, that is my manager. I love his haircut. What started this look? Sydney, thanks for joining us. That's awesome.
Mullets are a big thing in Australia, and I get dude, it's kind of funny. I got noticed on campus today. I was like walking to class, and I'm just like scrolling, waiting for my class to open, and I heard like, oh, it's James Ferguson, and I turn around, and there's like these three big guys, and they're like, dude, sick mullet, bro. Like, thanks, boys. But no, inspiration came from like back home. There's a lot of Australian footballers who have like a mullet going, and I think my inspiration comes from Bailey Smith. So he plays for the Bulldogs back home in the professional league, and he's got a nice, big, long, luscious blonde mullet, which I get my inspiration from. So
Okay.
it's getting there. It's getting there.
Yeah, no, that is
It's dirty.
that's a healthy mullet.
It's very dirty.
Is so how blonde is his mullet? Is it like has he frosted tips?
Yeah,
Like,
his is fake. Mine's natural and real. So
he has a fake mullet.
no, like the blonde is.
Oh, the blonde's
he-
fake. Oh.
yeah, he colors his. Yep.
I was like, he's got extensions on just the backside of his head.
No, I mean, as far as I know, it's
As far as-
not
okay.
not extensions, but
We'll take his word for it.
we'll take it. We'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it. But I know he colors it. That's for sure. But
That's
mine's
sick.
real blonde, so Bailey, eat that.
Eat that, Bailey.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, Trevor's saying, can we get more info on the kangaroo story? So, yeah, you didn't say why you punched it. You just said, yeah, I did. Why'd you punch this kangaroo?
Oh, it's all for fun, really. You just,
It's all for fun?
Yeah.
You just... What? Were you with your boys or what happened?
Yeah, camping one day, and then they're everywhere. So like, if you go camping and you're just chilling, you'd wake up one morning, there'd be 20 kangaroos just chilling.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like they're everywhere.
So it's like if like it'd be like deer here. In Idaho.
yeah, probably a bit more populated than beer. Yeah, like they're crazy. They're everywhere.
Wow.
They're almost like a pest, but they sometimes
That's
you
awesome.
could walk up to them. They'd either come up to you, give them a quick little slap. But you got to be aware. You got to run away. They're scary things. They can kick. They can really kick.
Okay.
And there's a lot of you just type up kangaroo on the internet or YouTube, and you'll get all these man versus kangaroo videos.
Oh,
and they're
yeah,
just
there's that
boxing
one
in the
video where
street,
he's
or
like-
he's
Yeah.
yeah. There's this famous one where this the man's dog was getting attacked by this
This
kangaroo because he's
hilarious. Yes.
and he just goes up to it and
Yeah.
quick little jab and
Yeah.
walks away. The kangaroo's all like, what? But yeah, you got lucky there. Got lucky the kangaroo didn't kick back. But yeah, it's
So you just hit it for fun.
Yeah.
Camping.
just a quick little slap and run away. Just so
Okay.
I didn't get my stuff kicked into.
Nice. Just hit and run.
Just to say I did it.
How old were you?
I was probably 16, 17, 17, 18, somewhere around there.
Yep. That is the ripe age of just, you know what?
Idiotic
You'll
stuff.
find out.
Yep. Mess around, you'll find out.
Mess around, you'll find out.
Yep. Quite
Um,
literally.
Instagram question, Madison Carter.
Oh, jeez. What has she done?
How is he so good at punting? Heart eye emoji. How are you so good?
Practice. Practice. I was kicking a ball since I was 2, so Yep, just kick, kick, kick. It'll come.
It's a good answer.
Yep, just keep working on the basics. Yeah, that's just I've been, like I said, kicking since I was 2. So, it's actually a really cool. I'd love to know how many times a ball has touched my foot in my lifetime.
Like if
'Cause
there was just an everlasting counter of every time. Whoa.
that is like something I've always thought about. Like it would be insane.
millions, right?
Billions.
Billions.
Dude, like it's. I'd actually really want to know. It's crazy how many times I've kicked a ball.
How well could you kick left-footed?
Yeah, not too bad. This is where Dad, shout out John. He can really. He's like almost identical with how
Ambidextrous with the feet.
he could just be like, "Hey mate, you want left foot or right foot?"
He'll
Bah!
give you the
I'm like,
option.
Damn.
Wait, that's deadly.
My old man needs to come play for Boise. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Maybe we'll get him.
Like punting or like field goal kicking. Can he do both?
He
Doesn't
could probably
matter.
do both. He's a freak
So your
athlete.
dad was just built in a lab,
Pretty much.
cut from a different cloth.
I know. He's a different breed.
John Ferg.
There he is.
I need your autograph, my guy. I have to zoom him in.
The OG.
This one comes from Grant Horlocker. Favorite American food?
At the moment, I love Chick-fil-A. That's probably up there.
That's a good stop.
At the moment, it's probably going to be Sid's. Sid's Garage in Boise.
That place is
It's
really
gas,
good.
bro.
Yeah. I caught myself.
I know you did.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
but no, that place, that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to rattle them off.
It's fire, bro.
Yeah. That place smacks. I'm got it locked and loaded up here, dude.
There you go.
So much
Right.
slang.
Oh, yeah.
But
Nah,
that menu,
dude, the
Insane.
fries, the burgers, amazing.
the shakes, that shake menu, I'm like,
Sometimes
the
I'm
poor
just-
people have to make these.
I know, bro. It's unreal. Little Caesars too. Little Caesars pizza.
Hot and ready.
Unreal. Dude, just
Really?
grab your phone out, grab a pizza, drive down there. Within 4 minutes, just put your code in, pick up a pizza, gone. See ya.
Cheap, too.
That too.
Yeah.
Big dubs.
Big dubs. It's just the
Just-
convenience.
Someone actually asked me this the other day, like, what's your best pizza you've had in Boise? I'm like, I don't want to be that guy and say Little Caesars, but Little Caesars. Like,
Really? Out of everything?
oh, it's legit.
Dude,
Yeah.
wow, you're a hot and ready guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, okay, so you've had mod pizza,
Yep.
Domino's.
Domino's, Mod. Mod would be second, I think.
I'm trying to think, dude. Okay.
That was half my
Idaho.
battle, too.
Idaho. Oh, yeah, Idaho Pizza
yes,
Company.
true. Mm. I haven't had that in a long time. I need to go back.
You gotta go back. The lunch buffet? Dude, there's so many different options. You can just.
Yeah, you're right.
And then, are you a ranch dressing guy?
I'm not actually. No, that's where that was a barrier between Australia and America too. We don't. You guys you love your sauces, bro.
We do.
You like dipping everything in there. If I told for all the Australian viewers back home that they literally pick up their pizza and dip it in sauce, that is what they do. It is absurd.
Is that just foul?
It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you guys.
Crazy.
So, like, if you were to eat pizza in Australia, there's just no sauce. It's just
You
whatever's
just-
on it.
Open up the box and just eat the pizza.
Okay. What about, like, Parmesan cheese? Do you throw anything on top? Like the red pepper flakes? Anything like that? Just however you order it.
However you order it, it's however you eat it.
I'm kind of like that sometimes. But, oh, you
But-
just can dunk a ranch, just
Little Caesars and that red sauce. I don't even know what it is.
marinara sauce.
Marinara. Oh my goodness.
See?
That
Yeah.
put me on straight away. I'm like, yeah, it's valid now. Like, I get it.
I can vouch.
It is amazing.
The
Amazing.
mozzarella sticks and the.
Oh, I'm gonna have to stop.
I
at
mean,
Little
come on.
Caesars
What are
in a
we
minute.
doing?
Jeez. Amazing.
Little Caesars.
Little
That's
Caesars.
that's the best answer you've had.
Yep.
This is another good one from Grant as well. What sparked your interest with footy over rugby? Because you had a choice, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted.
It's very controversial, and I think Americans. I don't know where Americans get it from, but they just think Australia rugby, and I don't know what it is or where it's come from, but it's not even close to being the leading sport in Australia. Period. footy. Australian football is the leading sport by a mile, except for
Seems on brand.
New Zealand's very popular. They're like the best in the world at rugby with the All Blacks
The
team.
All Blacks. Aren't they like just top dogs?
Yeah, they've been ruling the roost for a long time. So,
Gotcha.
respect to New Zealand, but yeah, it's just strictly AFL, man. Grew up playing AFL, just footy all the way.
Okay.
There's almost like beef and a rivalry between the sports. You're either rugby or AFL, and there's no in between.
Gotcha. I know. I'm trying to think that like here in the United States, there's a lot of variety of sports you can play, but they're all from like different nationalities, like soccer, hockey. Baseball was here, I think, pretty sure, and then obviously there's American football, which is probably
fact.
more. What?
Fun fact.
Ooh, here we go. I'm ready.
Footy is coming over to America. They've actually got like a league going at the moment. There's like an LA team, Seattle team, Boston team.
What? When?
It's
I
like
mean, is it a thing now? Like,
Yeah, it's like a community, like an actual sport being run. It is legit.
what? Does
Mhm.
Idaho have it? Does Boise have it?
Closest is Seattle. Trust me, I've already looked. I want to go down for like a training session. I'm like, get me going.
Because I've seen in Ann Morrison, I've seen people play cricket.
Oh, yep. That's very big in Australia. That'd probably be the second leading sport in Australia.
That's a sight to see.
Yeah.
Like the wind up, they throw it, and then you just.
It's close to baseball, but not quite.
I saw some correlation. Pitcher, batter,
Yep.
you run.
Yep.
But then what throws me for a loop is there's like the painted lines in the outfield, right?
Yep.
How does that work? Can you cross those lines and catch it, or do you have to like
Yeah.
hit it back? Or
There's like one right on like the boundary, or like there's if you hit the ball, so it's like a home run in baseball. If you hit it over that line on the
Mhm.
boundary line, it's 6 points or 6 runs.
okay,
But if you hit it and someone catches it within that white area, you're out.
okay,
So new batsman comes in. So just like baseball, really.
okay. The more you know. Cricket. Okay, okay. Andrew Hutton. How's the burgeoning ski career going?
No comment.
Is that Mason Hutton?
It is Mason Hutton. Shout out, shout out to my guy.
You're pleading the fifth on that question, huh?
Yep. No comment.
What is that? Is that skiing? Like, have you been on the mountain? Is that what it is, or is that not it at all?
I really, really want to. The mountains. Dad would kill me, I think. Dad would really kill me. Don't want to break a leg.
Oh, for like injury risk.
Yep.
Is that what that is, or is
Always had a laugh about it, though. Always. I'm really close with Mason and his dad. So,
that okay?
Andrew, how you doing, mate? Thanks for snitching on me. Now my dad's going to be freaking out and probably blowing up my phone in 5 minutes. But, me and Mason always have a laugh about it. I'd live up in the ski mountain if I could, man. I love skiing.
It's so much fun, dude.
So much fun.
It's so peaceful
Mm-hmm.
and like just kind of therapeutic going down the mountain,
Oh, big time. I love
carving
it.
the powder in the snow.
Mhm.
It's really nothing like it.
Dude, and especially like the hill is like 40 minutes away. Like,
Boise's very very lucky to have a
yeah.
ski mountain that close. I think that's like one of the closest on record for like closest to like a city, like a metro area.
really?
And then they also have night skiing, and that's one of 9 resorts that has night skiing.
One of 9.
So
Wow.
very fortunate for that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty
40
cool.
minutes, absolutely.
Oh, it's unreal. Very tempting.
Got a very good question. I think this is the last one that we're going to wrap up. This one's from Jordan Goat. I got to ask, will Jonah be the first player since 1988 to drop kick a field goal? Can he do it?
That's if he beats me to it. Nah, we've actually laughed about that. We actually practice that quite often, just me and him. Never seriously practice it with the team, but just for a good laugh, and if we're out kicking, we'd often practice it. But it's something I always thought about. Why don't we could go out and punt formation, or Ashton could kick a ball with that massive leg he's got. Just set
Does
up
he have
Ashton.
a boot?
Yeah.
He can kick?
I mean, not well, but his leg is huge. It just goes flying anyway.
He's a
so
bowling ball, dude. Yeah, he can. There's so much freaking
His
power.
leg is bigger than me. Just simple as that. So it's like,
Dude, yeah.
yeah, I know, he's a beast. Anyway, you could just set Ashton up or someone and just pitch it back, kick a drop kick, field goal anytime. It's like, I'm surprised we haven't seen it more, actually.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And you want to do it. That could be the trick play.
Maybe.
I put money down on it.
Punter scoring points, huh?
I'm all for it. Punters are people too.
Dude, I wish punters could score. Honestly, like, imagine going for a punt. How cool would it be to, like, see a 70-meter punt through the uprights, score points? That's something I always thought about.
That would
Why
be
can't we?
a sight to see.
That'd be so cool.
What's stopping us?
That's what I'm saying. We
No.
need a...
Punters could train harder. I mean, like, if that was a legit thing where you could get points, would it still be 3 points?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, do we need to make it maybe 4 or 5 depending on yardage? Maybe
That's
multiple,
That's a very...
little footy and
Wow.
American football combo?
Well, here we go. This is what I'm used to doing. Throw me out there. I'll kick it to the uprights.
Oh, so yeah, you're like Hall of Famer with that.
Yep.
You'd be the man.
That'd be cool. We need to bring it in.
Something to think on.
Definitely need to start a petition or something to change the
Yes.
rules up. That'd be so cool.
Please, NCAA.
Come on.
Speaking of,
We've got 2
before we
more
wrap
years.
up, the video game.
Mhm.
You familiar?
Mhm.
It is finally back.
Dude, I'm so hyped.
What is your rating going to be?
This is...
We talked about it on the last episode. We gave you a lot of love.
Yeah, shout out Ashton, T. Crow. Appreciate the love. Gee, I don't know.
In
It's
your
a-
opinion, humble
tough one.
opinion, or boast a little. Like, what do you think? Come on. Overall,
I feel like it's got to be 90 plus, doesn't it?
I think
gotta-
so.
It's got to be. I think
It depends how much love they give the punters.
that's where I've been thinking about, like, skill wise, career wise, outside of the video game. Yeah, but will they take the time and attention to look at a punter in detail? That's where it gets me. Like, are they just gonna see?
That's what I'm
punters and gonna
thinking.
Go, we'll give them all
Yeah.
80.
What's his hang time? All right, 88. All right, next. Yeah.
Literally.
They're just going to go
Just
off
tick them off.
one stat. Like,
Yeah.
distance, inside, maybe. I don't know. Because that's a good point.
I don't think they're gonna go into that much depth.
But even if they look at just like 3 categories,
Which I hope they.
I give you, I mean, it's got to be 90 plus.
I hope so.
If they really go into detail, you should be a 94.
Yep.
In my
I'll
opinion.
take that.
If they
agree.
kind of just go, JFR, finished 9th in the finalist rating, let's give him an 89.
Mm.
Would you be mad?
I'll be sending letters.
Yeah. Who did this? The special teams department.
Yep.
Yeah. Jonah. Wait. What if Jonah got like a 91 and you got an 89? What would you do?
That'd be
There'd be
tough.
some blood, huh?
There would be. I probably won't speak to him for a good week. I'd be like, nah. I don't think we can be friends anymore, bro.
Oh, absolutely not. That'd be.
Yeah, if we're not even, there's gonna be some beef, bro. It's gonna be an awkward day coming in the building that following day if one's higher or one's lower.
Who do you think's gonna be the highest rated player? Ash. You.
Oh, definitely Ash. If Ash is not 94 and above,
What are we doing? I mean,
What are we
let's
doing?
we need to rethink the ratings.
big time.
I would agree.
There's no way. Yeah, Ashton for sure. That man's a freak.
Did you ever play NCAA like when you were in high school, or was that
I didn't know.
were you a video game guy, or?
Yeah, I'm a big Fortnite guy. Big Fortnite. I actually haven't played in a little bit. Need to get back on it. Exams, you see.
Yes.
Always getting in the way.
Yeah, time consuming. Are you build or no build?
Build guy. I'm not very good at building, but
More fun.
yeah, it's just more fun.
It's interactive.
Yeah.
I heard Malachi's nice. Like
Dude.
really good at Fortnite.
Funny story. So me and Malachi actually run it up a little bit, and we were playing me, Jonah, and our other kicker Jarrett. 3v1. This guy destroys us. Literally, we went in
He's
creative mode and literally did 3v1, and this man, like, I didn't even see what I was doing, and he was boxing me up and just done. I'm like, all right, well, back to the lobby I go. Like, oh,
I'm just gonna go kick.
dude, yeah, I'm gonna go punt. I'll catch you boys later. Maybe we should play no build.
Yeah.
That man's a freak.
That's what they were saying. That's what Tyler and Ashton were saying. And
He'd be a 99
3v1.
overall rating on Fortnite for sure.
does he stream?
Don't think so, but he should.
I mean, it sounds like there's something there.
Unbelievable. I've played with his brother before, so him and his brother, we played trios before. And I'd be like, we'd land, I'd be looting up, and they'd be gone. Other side of the map already. I'm like,
Guys, I haven't gotten my guns yet. I'm
Dude,
still
like-
harvesting.
I've got like a grey pistol, and I'm like getting mats. They're already like off on the other side of the
It's
world.
like, bro, where are
fighting
you?
all the,
Yeah.
literally, and I'm like, bro.
I'm drinking my shield potion.
It's like,
Yeah.
I get in a car and just follow them around, and they've got like 23 kills each, and I'm just sitting there in a car, just listening to the music. Yeah,
Just
it's-
changing the radio and then
This
just
is fun,
fighting.
I got heals if you need them.
Yeah. I got heals. I got potions.
Just let me know, boys.
Yeah, I got minis. All right, it
It's
is. I'm hungry. I need to eat dinner.
I do have one
Seasons.
question. Have you opted in to the game?
I
Because
sure
I
have.
think we all want to play with you.
It's
Not-
actually funny.
No.
I'm
Hey,
Pause,
yo!
pause, but-
as soon as like we got done with our workout, and I think I was the first one in our locker room to quickly open my phone and opt in. So I was I was in straight away, but I can't wait to get in that game and throw the ball out of bounds 3 times and just go and punt.
Yes.
Punt for the win. Just punt. Just keep
Just
punting.
punt. I just want to kick.
Go JFR. Punt. I'm gonna be that only weirdo that's just like, no, throw it out of bounds. Let's go 3 and out. Let's punt.
So what was that process like? Did you just it's email and then it's like yes or no, or how does that work? You gotta sign something.
Yeah, it's on like this NIL app we've all got. And you literally, like, I've already got an account and everything, so it just comes up. All your details are on it. You just click, yep, sign the thing, and I'll opt in straight away.
I mean, how could you not?
Oh, you'd be crazy not to.
I know. It's like what?
Dude, you're in a video game.
Yeah.
Flip. So
Super cool stuff.
I can't wait.
James Ferguson-Reynolds, thank you for joining the show.
Thank you for having me on, man.
Of course, had a lot of fun. This was a great episode. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Yes. I hope you get the most amount of punts, but we also get the most amount of points. So I hope that's like a nice, even little threshold we can cross.
I could go with that.
Okay.
Go with that. Beautiful.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Make sure to show some love. Follow James Ferguson-Reynolds on Instagram, Twitter. He's very active there. Also, go Broncos. We'll see you next week. We might have another special guest. And also, as always, have a great rest of your Wednesday. Lots of love. Peace.
Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
Now it's time for the takeover.
Buckle up for Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant just sucked the gravity out of the target center.
Not the game. We talking about practice, man.
That third strike play. Dodgers have won it all in 2020. Oh, what a shot from Curry. Diggs, sideline, touchdown.
The return to glory.
Now it's time for the takeover.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. If you ain't first, you're last.